Well, hello and welcome to your morning jumpstart. I am so glad to have you with me today. If you've clicked on this video for the first time, I just want to give you a special welcome and to introduce myself. My name is Shalisa, and I'm happy to have you here. If you are coming back, welcome back. Again, so happy to have you as well. Now, today I wanted to talk about a topic that I feel through personal experience. I had some revelation that I really just wanted to share with you today and encourage you in it. And, I received this revelation from God, and I truly feel like it's going to benefit your life today. So, wherever you are, whatever it is that you're dealing with, I just want you to know that God's got you, right? So, before I really get into all of that, I just want to know if you can relate to this. Okay, so if you do relate to what I'm talking about today, I want to invite you to write in the comments below, but God. I realize it doesn't make sense at the moment, but it will. So if you can resonate with what I'm talking about today, I just want to invite you to write that in the comments, but God, right? I'm curious if you've had those days, even recently, where you felt like, honestly, the weight of the world has been on your shoulders. You've been dealing with a lot. You've been going through a lot. You've been handling a lot. And if you're like me, emotions tend to bubble up here and there, right? You get those days where throughout the day, it just seems as though you're not able to really sort through them. Like there's this off balance and you don't really know exactly how to pinpoint where it's coming from, but it's an experience that you're having that day, a roller coaster of emotions. Well, this was an experience that I had, and I was really feeling beat up in a way, beat up by all the things that I wanted to get done, all of the things that I have on my heart to do, beating myself up for how far I am or am not, how much I hadn't finished, just all of the things. And I felt like God was really trying to get my attention in the midst of it all. And He was telling me that it's okay to let go, to just breathe, and to let out whatever was bothering me. From my personal experience, I have a tendency to suppress things and not always deal with them. And man, I just got to say, this God is so good. He is so good. Even though I understood, I still had these buts. And what do I mean by that? But God, I still need to do this. And God, if I don't do that, this is going to happen. And those people are going to be disappointed. And someone's gonna, and this and that, right? Like all of these thoughts, all of these buts. And I kid you not, right in the middle of these buts that were racing through my mind in this prayer, in this moment of conversation with God, I thought of a little kid. And I saw myself as this little kid that was having a conversation with my dad and was saying, but dad, but dad, but dad. I literally smiled and cried at the same time as I was visualizing this because I got it. It made sense to me. I understood what he was trying to say in that moment. And none of that but stuff really mattered if I wasn't right, if I wasn't okay. Because what was going to be pouring from me in that moment wasn't going to be what God wanted to use. He had a better plan than what I had for myself. So instead, what I really needed to do was to prioritize what he was asking me to do in that moment. What was his will? Because it was ultimately for my good. And he knew what I needed in that moment was I just needed him. I just needed a touch from him. I just needed to have a moment in his presence. I just needed to experience his love. Everything else that was on my mind could wait. And people would understand. People would understand why, if I needed to explain, right? So I'm here to remind you and reminding myself as well that he is the vine and we are the branches, right? So apart from him, we can do nothing. I just want to give you some encouragement today that it's okay if your priorities have been a little bit mixed up lately. Maybe you haven't been in the best headspace and you felt that weight of all the things and it's overwhelmed you and it's felt heavy. And you found yourself in that same mode as I did. But Dad, what about I can't rest right now. It's okay. Just take notice of that and listen to what he's asking you to do, what he's asking of you. And you'd be amazed that it's not all about what you're going to be able to do for him. It's not always that. He wants that personal relationship. He wants to share his peace and his joy with you. He just wants to love you, and he just wants to heal the broken places of your life and the pieces of your heart. And I really feel like he's asking, will you let him? Because out of that place of healing is really where he can use you the most, where he gets the most glory. So will you let him do that, or will you just continue to overwhelm yourself with the cares of the world, with the responsibilities, and not make it okay to prioritize that time to reset, to sort through the thoughts and the emotions, put everything back in place, and then begin again? Simply put, just begin again from a place of refreshing. So will you do that today? I want to invite you to do that today, even in this very moment, if you felt that way. Put a pause on everything. Take a moment. Just let God be God in your life. Let him be your dad that just wants to hug you. To put everything back together and make you all right. So that's what I really wanted to share with you today. And I hope that this personal experience has really helped you today and encouraged you today. And if it has, I want to invite you to give this video a thumbs up, because when you do that, more people are able to receive this message, right? It gets in front of other people. So I want to invite you to do that today. It's free. It's easy. You just click the button, okay? And I also want to invite you, if you are watching on YouTube, subscribe to the channel so that when I put out these messages, you can be the first to know about it and you can come and watch and be encouraged for your day. So I want to invite you to do that as well. And as always, check out the description below because I've got good things in there that I've put together to really help you and move you along in your own path, right? In your own purpose and moving forward with confidence. So check those things out. And in the meantime, do all of that and I'll check back in with you in the next video.